Hi, folks. Remember me? It's Mark Smith with Family Tree Life Coaching. It has been a while since I've reached out to you with videos. This past 4 years, I'll bet I've only made a handful of videos. The truth is, I wait until I get inspired to say something. I just don't want to be a content creator just to be creating content. And I've been in school this past 4 years. Uh, I've been in getting my ass kicked in relationship school. And it's pretty well occupied a lot of my focus, that and my coaching practice and some therapy work that I do. But I've got some space in my schedule, and today I was getting a massage, and it was a particularly wonderful massage. And at the beginning of the massage, I was sort of depressed, and I was sort of, I don't know, out of it, feeling sad about uh, the ending of a recent relationship, yet another ending for me. And but it was such an invigorating, life-giving, positive energy massage. I had this idea to. I had already made a list of videos that I was going to make, but I was inspired to begin the process this evening. So here's the topic: broken people dating broken people. A new series by Mark Smith on dating while you're in recovery. So, like I said, I've been grieving. I've been doing some healing, and it just struck me that I ain't the only one out there who's in pain. And uh, just working with my clients of late, this issue of being slaughtered during dating keeps coming up again and again. Putting yourself in situations that you're not aware of that end up causing a lot of bloodletting. So I've got some time, I've got some inspiration, I've got some positive energy. So I'm gonna make a um, a series of videos. Um, I've got ideas so far for 10 videos, but it'll probably stretch into more than that. You see the picture in the background. Um, I have this picture in some form on about 6 walls in my house. I have little plastic Adirondack chairs on my desk, two of them. And the meaning of it is, I wonder who's going to be sitting in that chair someday. I get into a relationship, everything's going great. I picture that person in the chair, and I'm sort of like Charlie Brown and Lucy, you know. Um, I just know they're going to be sitting in the chair. I just know that Lucy's going to hold the football and I'm going to get to kick it. But due to my own issues, really, Lucy always pulls the football back, and I land on my blockhead, feeling embarrassed. So I do know a lot about the topic, and I know I can help people out there. So um, this video series isn't for married people. It'll help married people because it'll explain a lot of stuff. But I'm going to make the videos from this little makeshift studio. I don't normally use my laptop to make videos, but uh, I'm wanting it to be in front of this poignant, beautiful picture of partnership by the sea. But uh, I feel a calling, and I have a new message of hope for the following people. I got 25 um, characteristics. Let's see if you know anybody like this. Over and over and over again, you keep picking romantic partners who you arrange to wound you profoundly. Over again, you get your heart ripped out of your chest and you get shattered. You swear that you're going to take a year or maybe two off from dating to just be alone so that you can heal yourself. And about a month later, you're in another relationship that's doomed. My friends and family, I told them about my recent breakup, and I told them I didn't want any feedback because I also told them that I was going to be staying out of relationships for an extended period of time, and none of them believed me. But I'm really serious about it this time because I know that if I don't do the healing that needs to be done alone, the next relationship is set up for failure. Um, Going on with this list of characteristics, being alone a lot is really painful. Some of you wonder why you constantly pick either narcissists or borderlines. In my past two relationships, I did not pick a borderline or a narcissist. I picked really nice people, really nice women, and I had wonderful relationships. Um, Things got off track toward the end, and unfortunately, things terminated before I wanted them to. But as I look back, this last one was the best relationship of my whole life. Um, Many of you feel hopelessness. Most of you have a great many symptoms of PTSD from all the drama and the trauma. Number 8, the thought of dating is terrifying to the point of paranoia and paralysis. Number 9, the thought of dating is not terrifying, but it should be. People who aren't afraid enough. Number 10, you have a fear of growing older by yourself. You know, what about if you have a surgery? Who's going to take you to the surgery? Who's going to pick you up from the surgery? That's a significant other job. And if you don't have a significant other, that's something to, that many of us are concerned about. You have abandonment issues. Number 12, you grew up in a hurtful, narcissistic, addictive, abandoning, critical, under-functioning, controlling, and or subtly sucky childhood with sucky parents. And now in your adult life, You keep finding those people over and over and over again. I'm having a technical difficulty here. Bear with me. I think this is still recording. Yes. I'm not used to using this computer. You marry your childhood, people. You keep doing it. You keep falling in love with characters like the people who hurt you the most. I can explain that. I'll explain you the purpose and meaning of romantic love, and I'll prove it to you. And I'll show you how to get significantly healthier so that you pick significantly healthier people. Number 13, you ain't getting any younger. We're getting older. And we don't get prettier and more handsome as we get older, most of us. So some of us wonder, is there anybody out there who's interested, is going to be interested in us? Number 14, you're seen by your family member as the relationship fuck up, the one who just can't ever get it right. And it's embarrassing. There's never two pictures of a woman at Thanksgiving or Christmas or July 4th that are the same woman. They're all different, or the same man. And your family, in a way, doesn't take you all that seriously as a result of it. So that's an issue that many people suffer with. Many of you use dating sites, which I highly suggest that you don't. But otherwise, how you meet people. The problem with dating sites is it is filled with narcissistic people, and I can't recommend it. You feel stuck. Some of us who are new to being single, some of you who are new to being single, you just know that you're going to be a narcissist magnet because you have in the past in dating. While it's helpful to learn about narcissism, hasn't really helped you much. You're still picking them. Here's one. You suffer from a lack of joy. That's sad. There's so many things in the world that can give us joy, and it's terrible to suffer from, a lack of joy in your life. But that's where many of us are at. Number 20, you've spent a fortune on talk therapy or dating coaching, hasn't really helped. Number 21, you hide your pain from most people really well. Most people don't see the quiet desperation that you're living in. Number 22, all the emotional instability, the breaking up, the getting married, the getting divorced has absolutely destroyed your finances, or at least put a big dent in it. Number 23, while you would never ever commit suicide, on your darkest days, part of you wishes that you weren't around. You're not going to make yourself not around, but part of you wishes that were a possibility. Number 24, you find ways to numb out. You eat too much, or you drink too much, or you work too much, or in my case, I watch football too much. I've even been getting bored with watching football, so that's a good sign. And number 25, you feel like a freak. It's like Sure, most couples are dysfunctional. Almost everybody's dysfunctional, and most couples are unhappy. But at least they're a couple, and there's something about us where we can't quite ever hold a relationship together. I have a poem to share uh, that I saw on Google Images I thought was really good. It's entitled Broken People. Broken people most often build the toughest walls. They love the hardest too. They see the darkest. They think the deepest. They cry in silence. They wonder in sadness. They dream the furthest. They laugh the loudest when they laugh. And they smile the brightest. And they speak less. And they hope against hope the longest. And they live the loneliest. This is an author, I'm going to murder the name, Omo Ehis Ejexami. Ejexjoli. Sorry about that. It's a very hard name to say. So here's some topics that I'm going to be covering in my new studio, talking about broken people, dating broken people. Here's 10 of them, and I'll probably add to that. I have a heart to help you. Am I a world-class expert? What's the saying? Those who can't do, teach. Am I in a healthy relationship? No. Did one just flame out fairly recently? Yes. I still know a lot about the subject, and I've helped hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people in my practice get significantly healthier so that they can have healthier relationships. But I'll also give you a realistic perspective on things. So here's some topics. Is there any hope for me actually being in a healthy relationship someday? Number 2, don't shame yourself over your relationship breakups. Grade on a curve. Some of us were wounded in our infancy, and when you're wounded in your infancy, there's more of a chance of reactivity and abandonment that happens in relationship. There's more drama, there's more trauma. I have 2 happily married siblings, relatively happily married as far as I know, but they didn't have, I don't believe, the kind of early on infancy trauma that I had. So I take a break, give myself a break, and don't beat up on myself for having gone through that, because, I mean, dude, I'm doing the best I can. I've worked hard. I have like 4 therapists right now. But mainly I've worked hard in my relationships. That's where the real therapy is. That's where the pain is in the relationship. Number 3, stop overly focusing on your partners. Stop over functioning on narcissists. Start having a meeting with your real problem, which is the person that you'll meet in the mirror. We're all our main problem, not anybody else. If you happen to have picked a narcissist, why'd you do that? You say, well, I didn't know. In our heart of hearts, we always know. We always have a radar that draws us like a moth to the flame. And we are 100% responsible for our lives. And just because you pick somebody who has some issues, everybody's got issues. Just because you pick somebody who's imperfect, there isn't anybody anywhere near close to being perfect. That doesn't necessarily mean that you're incompatible with that person. What matters is, can they do the work on themselves? Are they aware of their issues and are they able to work on them? Number 4, your pain originates in your childhood. Your pain is about your childhood. The pain in your relationship isn't really about your relationship, it's mainly about your childhood. It's not in your relationships. You pick clones of people who come along and reenact the drama that happened in your childhood. That's why it hurts so much. Number 5, facing the specter of dating as a broken person. Number 6, learning to thrive after shattering. I've been broken up about a month now, and I've been busying myself with making a home for myself. I was going to sell my condo and move away, and those plans fell through. So I've been building a nest. I've been building a home, and I've done a lot of little things. Didn't really cost a lot of money, and it's given me a great deal of joy. And I got my phone out and I started to text my friends, and I'm having breakfast with friends, dinners with family. I'm playing basketball once a week. Um, I'm doing everything possible to build community and to take good care of myself. I've lost 16 pounds being on my keto diet. I plan to lose 40 more. But there are ways to thrive even after you've been through a shattering. Broken, bruised, but insightful relationships are redemptive and they're a success. Broken, bruised, hurtful, but insightful relationships are redemptive, and they're successful. Like I said, the last 2 relationships I've been have been fantastic. And I lost my picture again. The last 2 women I've been involved with have been really super high quality women who the endings were painful, but not nearly as painful as some in the past. So don't give up on having a future with somebody. Just work your butt off to get healthier yourself. And as you get healthier yourself, I've experienced for myself the last 2 relationships, they've been ultimately, they were broken. Ultimately, I got bruised, as did they, but they were very insightful and very redemptive, and I think very successful. So, grade on a curve, accentuate the truth, but accentuate the positive. Number 9, you know what? There's nobody out there to rescue you or to soothe you. I wrote down smooth you. There's nobody out to rescue you or to soothe you except you. You're your only rescuer. And number 10, I'm going to talk about 5 traits that your partner will have to have and that you'll have to have in order to do the work of building a healthy, interdependent relationship. So here you are from Heartbreak Central, uh, Empty Chair by the Ocean Anonymous. I'm going to try to check in on you folks once a week. I know some of you have broken up this week. Some of you have broken up a month ago, 6 months ago. Some of you have been in really long term relationships and you are still grieving, even though it's been several years. You're still working it through because there are so many memories. But say hello to me if you're an old follower of the videos. I started making videos in 2010. I've been making videos for almost 12 years now. I don't know how many people can say that. The first video I ever made, uh, it was the Super Bowl in Indianapolis, and I posted, it was the NFL experience, and they would let you go out there and throw passes and punt and catch passes. And one of the things was they'd let you kick a field goal, and they'd lined me up for about a 30-yard field goal, and I split it right down the middle. I don't know why these professional football players can't hit extra points all of a sudden. There was like 7 extra points missed. Didn't seem that hard to me. That's the first video I made in 2010. And then I made videos mainly about abandonment and shame and marriage counseling until 2015, where I started to talk about narcissistic abuse. And I haven't really talked about much in the past 4 years because my life has been filled up with doing my own work on myself. Say hello also if you're a new follower, but I know that there are actually millions of people out there that can benefit from this series. It's where we live. It's where so many middle-aged people are just feeling like losers. They beat up on themselves and they're brutal with themselves, and it's sad. I'm not making these videos to try to drum up business. I've got more business than I know what to do with. But if you wanted some personal coaching on this topic of understanding why you keep picking dysfunctional people and how to get healthier, I'd be glad to help you with that. You can reach me at marksmith at familytreecounseling.com, or you can text me at 317-507-8866. You know, it's been fun doing this. One thing I've missed is the creative energy of making videos. So I'm back, and say hi if you're one of those people that have watched a lot of videos. And thank you for watching today, and God bless.